What's good, YouTube family? It's your brother Eli coming to you with a video. Hope everybody's having a productive Thursday. Just got out the gym. So let's get it. So today is going to be about finishing your goals. And not just finishing your goals, but completing them with intention of not necessarily seeing result, but the small wins that you get add up to big wins. Throughout my life, I started a lot of things, and I've always felt more of a failure due to not completing them, right? Due to either losing motivation, getting distracted, you name it, just not prioritizing. I always start off things very strong. Like I remember when I first started YouTube, and I was like, man, I was excited. I was doing a lot of videos. I was being real consistent with it. Then, once I just wasn't getting that instant gratification. That's why also that's very important to really hone in and calm that down, because if you're looking for that instant gratification, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it with anything, especially YouTube. If you plan on starting a YouTube channel, that's you have to stay patient. You have to stay consistent. And most importantly, you got to be creative, right? You got to be creative. It's a lot of other factors that go into it, but I just wasn't staying consistent. And as time goes, when you're not you're not seeing any progress, you kind of lose the motivation for it. And something told me, I look at a lot of content creators that I watch and that I listen to, and that, I also speak to. Ron Wills is one of them, man. Shout out to Ron Wills. If you haven't seen his channel, go check out his channel. It's amazing content. I actually speak to Ron Wills on a personal level, man. And I really admire him. I really look up to Ron, man. He's a genius, man. He's ultimately a great guy, and he talks on various topics. And watching him, because I watch him daily, and one day I was like, what? Let me see when it all started, because in everybody's YouTube channel you can see where the content started, right? Now, this doesn't mean like, this is when he started like just business as a whole, because I believe Ron Wills has like, books and content, or not content, but what would you call it? Products, books, lectures and stuff like that, dating all the way back to the 90s, right? And I looked at his YouTube channel, and I think it said, his first video was like in 2006, 2008. I might be wrong. No disrespect to you, Ron, but I might be wrong. But his content, I was like, whoa, like what? Like he's been doing this for almost 10 to 15 years, and he still goes hard every day. Right? Like he still goes hard every day. Like Ron uploads every day. And I'm just like, I remember asking him, I was like, yo, like, Like, so like, how do you get the motivation? How do you get the motivation to, completely, still lock in? You know what I mean? Like still lock in, still have that motivation to to keep continuing, your journey. And I believe he said, man, I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got to love it. You got to really love and believe in what you're doing. You can't be doing it for the fame, or you can't be doing it for the money or anything like that. You got to really do things to enjoy it, to enjoy what you do. And that really hit me, man, because, I felt like all the things that I started, I don't know necessarily did I love them. I don't know if I really loved to do them, or if it was in my heart really to do it. I think I was just experimenting and seeing, like, what can come out of, me trying this, or me, stepping out of my comfort zone. But then I thought about it. I was like, man, what is it that I really truly love to do? And that I would do for free, that I would do, off of the love, off of the strength. Like what is it that I would do that will make me want to complete it to the highest abilities, to the fullest? And I was just like, man, like that is very key. And that's why in life we start a lot of things and we don't finish, or we start and we we get sidetracked or we get distracted with, you know, a lot of other things that don't that once we look back at it, don't mean shit, you know, don't mean anything. Don't, you know, it doesn't, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I was just like, man, like, I really want to tap into something that I truly love, that I'm truly interested in, and something that, you know, I don't mind waking up doing every day, even on the bad days, even on the days where I don't want to do it, where the energy isn't there. How do I have that energy to do it? And I definitely believe that it has to be in you with love. You have to love what you do. You have to, you know what I mean? You have to have a real true passion for what you do. Even if it doesn't necessarily reward you right away, you have to do it. Just like working out. You know, nobody likes drinking water every day. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes drinking a gallon of water every day. I hate drinking a gallon of water a day. You know what I mean? I drink half a gallon of water a day, and I'll be having to piss every 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But you can't lie. I can't deny that, you know, drinking high amounts of water helps with skin, helps with, you know, stress relief. It helps with just thinking. It helps with, you know what I mean, your digestive system, all these things. And then that, with all those things factoring in, comes a beautiful body, or the most beautiful body that you can produce. The most beautiful, not necessarily the best body that you can see on Instagram, because if you're comparing your journey to that, you'll in your mind, you'll forever be a failure. But until you say, you know what, man, you know, I'm doing this for the best me that could possibly come out of this, and I'm falling in love with that process of being the best I can be, then that's when you'll be like, man, fuck it. You'll get excited, more excited to drink, more excited to work out, more excited to read. You know what I'm saying? You'll find motivation to actually reach out to mentors and stuff like that. But you have to have that love for it. If not, you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to finish. You're not going to complete your goal. You're not going to complete the mission. Man, I remember this was in 2016. And I know I'm kind of bouncing a little bit, but I remember this was in 2016, and I was with my homie. Shout out to Jalahi, man. This was, I know he probably don't remember this, but we were watching the Cavs. We were watching the Cavs versus the Warriors, and this is the game where Kyrie went fucking crazy, yo. Like, he went nuts. Like, and it was and I don't know what it is about that moment, because he's had multiple moments. I've been watching his career for the longest. And to see him, like, the amount of shots that he was putting up, the tough shots he was putting up, and he was finishing every layup. And I mean, like, I'm talking about right hand, left hand, contact, no contact, whatever, floaters, fadeaways. And I'm just like, yo, like, you gotta really to be able to have those abilities, man. The amount of practice that you have to do to actually execute that in a real game, you can't be like this. You can't be that good and not love what you do. That's why I used to really get irritated with people who used to always say, oh, well, Kyrie doesn't love basketball. He's distracted with the world, and, you know, he believes the earth flat. So what? At the end of the day, you can tell that man loves basketball. He loves what he do, and no one can deny that. When he's in that bag, he's probably one of the most unguardable guys that you could probably ever touch the basketball, period. One-on-one, mano a mano, I really believe that Kyrie could get a bucket on any player that you name. I don't care who they are, how big they are, how tall they are, what era, it does not matter. That man will score. He will get a bucket. And I'm just like, man, he gotta love this shit. He gotta love this shit because anybody who loves what they do, they gonna finish, man. They gonna finish. They are going to finish. They're not going to let nothing stop them. Now, they might have other things that they interested in. Like, you know what I mean? You might also have, you know, Who's to say you only have one passion? I don't, I can probably do another video on that, because I definitely believe a man can have multiple passions. You know what I mean? We can have multiple, dreams and ambitions. We don't have to always just pick one, even though the world kind of tries to say, you can only have like one love and stuff like that. But, that's probably another video. But even then, man, you can have multiple things that you want to do, but you have to make sure that you're loving them, and you're doing them because you really love them, not because you're trying to impress anyone, or not because you're trying to put a facade or try to paint yourself as something that you're not. You know what I'm saying? You really doing it because you love to do it, because on this earth, man, we don't have as much time to be doing things we don't love, to be doing things that we not interested in, or things that, you know what I mean? Like, we have so much, don't get it twisted. I'll take that back. Life is a long journey, but it's also short in a way as well. I don't know how to explain it. It's short when you're doing things you love, but when you hate something you interested in, something that you're not interested in, or you know what I mean, when you dreading going to work, or you dreading doing something, don't you notice that time is like forever? Time is forever when you at work, but when, you know what I mean, when you doing something you love to do, or, you know what I mean, when you doing something like music, or going to the gym, or writing a book, or something like that, time goes by so fast. Time goes by so fast. And I know sometimes all of us don't have the luxury to do what we love to do, whether we have families, or, money ain't right, or something like that. But make sure, even in that, you make sure to find a way, somehow, some way, to even make time, somehow make some kind of time out of your 24 hours a day to do something you love to do. Do something you love to do. Out of that 24-hour day, you work 8, you sleep 8, and for the rest, you know what I'm saying, figure out what you're doing. Figure out what you can do for something that you love, towards a goal, and take, you know what I mean, take it, take it all in. Take your time. Don't rush it. Don't rush it, because you love it. So you should be loving the process as well. You should be loving the small times. You should be loving the times where, you know what I mean, things ain't going right, or, when things might not necessarily be panning out like you want them to. You gotta take that time. And like I said, push all the other shit aside. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how, like, guys could work an 8-hour day and be like, man, I'm tired. I'm too tired to even do something I love to do, or do something that would benefit me. It's like it benefits you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your job benefited the corporation, or it benefited whoever you work for. It benefited the employer. Now that you're off the job, you can't even find the energy to do something, to pick up that paintbrush, or pick up that mic, or pick up that book to read, or pick up that weight. You don't have the energy for that, and it benefits you. You don't even have the energy for that, and it benefits you. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah. Just wanted to drop that video on y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, holla back. Shout out to BLAK, man. I'm always rocking my brother's stuff, man. Go ahead and look up, get some merch from him, man. Got some fire merch over there, man. BLAK, man. Shout out to you, my brother. Other than that, man, I'm about to take it down. It's late. About to do some more studying. Holla back at your boy. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the content. Peace out.